Hello there, my fellow notebook aficionados, and welcome back to our Computex 2026 coverage. Today it's all about Asus, and they not only gave us their interpretation of what a more premium approach to a Macbook Neo competitor could look like with the Zenbook 14, but for their version of a relatively affordable yet premium everyday notebook, they give you the choice of your desired CPU platform between Intel, AMD or Snapdragon. In addition, they celebrated 20 years of ROG with a special edition of the Xbox Ally X and a refresh of their top-of-the-line gaming laptop, the Scar 18. And I was able to spend more time with that one, and while it packs a few other goodies, Asus may just have released the best gaming display on a laptop. So how about we get into it? As I just mentioned, I was able to spend some additional time away from the busy show floor with the 2026 ROG Scar 18. So how about we start with that one right away? Externally, everything stays pretty much the same as what we have seen on their 2025 model already, so you once again get a mostly plastic chassis with a metal display lid that you can customize to your heart's content with their enemy matrix LEDs. I still wish they would somehow add a bit more metal to the base unit, maybe with an aluminum keyboard cover to add a bit more of a premium feel and better rigidity, especially thinking about how this one will definitely not come cheap. Overall, the chassis still looks relatively subtle, but you can once again light it up if you feel like it with all of the RGB options you could possibly desire. Under the hood, this one upgrades the CPU to Intel's Arrow Lake HX refresh, the Core Ultra 9 290HX Plus, and combines it with up to an RTX 5090. And both core components can properly stretch their legs in the 18-incher, since Asus claims they can manage up to 320 watts of combined power draw. If there's a use case for that, well, that's another story, but I have high hopes for noise and heat in the Scar's balanced mode, given how much thermal headroom you should have here. But the real highlight is the display. So for one, they upgrade the MiniLED panel to a 4K resolution, and this combined with apparently up to 1600 nits makes for a truly spectacular HDR experience, in addition to everything else that Asus does to make their mini LEDs stand out. So you still get switchable local dimming and pre-calibrated presets for any creator shenanigans you might want to do. And they also added their anti-glare tag, so you get a proper matte display without sacrificing contrast or colors. New for this year is the low motion blur tag though, and what it does is basically switch off the backlight while the pixels are transitioning. And this happens so fast that you only get to see them when they completely change their brightness and color values. Now, technically there's a lot more going on here, and it would probably be enough for a whole separate video. But what it means for you is that you get an incredibly clear image, especially when things are moving a bit faster. It's pretty subtle at first if you switch back and forth in a competitive shooter, for example, but if you played with it for a while and then go back, well, I don't want to say things look like a smeary mess, but it's definitely something you will get used to very, very quickly. So yeah, the Scar sits rightfully at the very pinnacle of the ROG portfolio. I'm just a little scared to see the sticker price for it, given what is going on right now, ROG's prices in general, and also keeping in mind how much technology they stuffed into this one. And speaking of ROG, Asus also celebrates their 20th anniversary this year, so they showed off a ton of their products in this black, red and gold colorway that actually looks pretty awesome. And I also got my hands on this little box with all kinds of special bits and bits to celebrate the occasion. And they even put a little disposable film camera in there, so you bet I'm going to snap a few pictures with this one at the show floor. When it comes to the anniversary products, the highlight is of course the ROG Xbox Ally X20, which not only gets a bit of a visual makeover with the semi-transparent chassis and gold accents, but Asus also upgrades the handheld display experience quite considerably with an OLED option. That one is slightly larger, resulting in smaller bezels all around. It gets the same VRR capabilities as its IPS brethren and can apparently reach up to 1400 nits peak, making for an eye-searing HDR experience. That, in addition to a new D-pad that allows you to choose between the classic 4-way actuation and giving you a bit more control with 8 by lifting and rotating it, is pretty much it. And under the hood you get the same overall specs and experiences we already know from the original, but I definitely can't wait to test the OLED properly soon. For the anniversary, they also bundled the Ally with their classes we have already seen at CES, and man, I really can't wait to try them as well, and I would love to have them for my way back to Germany after Computex. And as a side note, there was another pretty special looking Ally at the show floor, and this one is actually a sort of case mod as an homage to Cyberpunk 2077, and it looks awesome. I kind of hope they can tone it down a bit and make a production version out of it. Alright, that's it for the gamers, so let's talk consumer products, and I really want to focus on the Zenbook, since that one is not only beautiful with 3 subtle pastel colors, but also comes with your choice of Intel, AMD and Snapdragon CPUs. Unfortunately, not all configs are treated equally, at least from what I have seen. So, for example, you only get the 120Hz OLED option with the Intel model, and if that's true for all SKUs, also remains to be seen. That said, Asus reps whatever CPU you're going for in a super sleek, quite gorgeous looking full metal chassis with a Acer aluminum cover and a solid set of ports. And while these will probably not quite match the Macbook Neo in pricing, they hopefully aren't too far off. Alright folks, that should already be it for today and for my highlights from the Asus announcements at Computex 2026. Make sure to check out our written coverage on the website for more details as per usual, and also definitely have a look around the channel, we have a lot more coming. Thanks for watching, good people. Please leave a like and sub if you felt entertained. My name is Alex, you have been absolutely fantastic and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.